Hi there, my name is Sydney, and today we will be talking about seasonal foods and 2 healthy slow cooker recipes you can try at home. Seasonal foods are foods that naturally grow during certain periods during the year. While we can get almost every food at the grocery store nowadays, a food's seasonal period is its peak harvest period and when it's at its tastiest. Here we can see when foods are at its peak growing season. Different foods are at its peak season at different times of the year. So by eating foods during their harvest season, you'll be getting them at their freshest and tastiest. These are some fruits and vegetables that are at its peak during winter. Eating them during winter will mean that they are most likely going to be tastier, and you're going to be able to find them at lower prices at the grocery store. You can get even better versions of these foods by going to your local farmers market. That way you are not only supporting local farmers, but you are also getting farm fresh foods and often organic foods for the same price as if you were to go to the grocery store. There are farmers markets all across the state and in your county, and there are a lot that happen regularly. 2 farmers markets that happen regularly in Gwinnett are the Suwanee Farmers Market, which happens every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., and the Norcross Community Farmers Market. Due to COVID, right now you can place an order at Norcross Community Market website and then pick up your food at the drive-through farmers market on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. The prices are often comparable to what you would get at the grocery store, but they'll often be tastier and at their peak freshness. Now we'll talk about 2 easy recipes that you can make at home. These can both be started at the beginning of the day and then will be ready for you once you come home. These are also great because it reduces the amount of dishes that you have to do once dinner is over. The first recipe that we will make is a lentil stew. The ingredients that you will need are 1 large onion chopped, 1 leek chopped, 2 cups of brown lentils, 2 sweet potatoes chopped, 3 large carrots also chopped. We will also need 4 cups of vegetable broth, 1 celery stalk chopped, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 cups of spinach or kale, 4 red potatoes, either halved or quartered, depending on the size, 1 15-ounce can of chopped tomatoes, 2 cups of water, and cumin, onion powder, cinnamon, salt, and pepper to taste. The first thing that you will do is heat your oil in a medium pan over medium to high heat. Add your onions, celery, and leeks and cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. Then add the garlic and cook that for another minute or 2. Add these ingredients along with the rest of your ingredients to your slow cooker. If you have a multi-use cooker like I do, you can saute the onions, leek, and celery in the Instapot on medium heat for 4 to 5 minutes, then cook the garlic before turning off that saute setting and adding the rest of your ingredients. If you are making this the day of, you can bring all of those ingredients to a boil and then let it simmer for 30 minutes. If you want to put it in the slow cooker, you would then put it on low for up to 8 hours or on the high setting for 4 to 6 hours. This is what it looks like once it's all done. It looks beautiful and delicious. Give it a taste and add any extra seasonings to your preference. The second recipe that we'll be making is a balsamic chicken and vegetable dinner. The ingredients that you will need are 2 cups of Brussels sprouts, trimmed and halved, 2 cups of baby red potatoes, halved or quartered, 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, 1/3 cup of low sodium chicken broth or vegetable broth, 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of grainy Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, half a teaspoon of dried rosemary, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons of freshly ground black pepper, 2 cloves of garlic minced, and freshly chopped parsley as a garnish. In your slow cooker, place the Brussels sprouts and potatoes in an even layer on the bottom. Then place the chicken breasts on top. In a small bowl, whisk together balsamic vinegar, garlic broth, brown sugar, mustard, dried thyme, rosemary, oregano, and crushed red pepper flakes. Season generously with salt and pepper. Pour this marinade over the chicken and vegetables, and scatter the garlic over top. Cover and cook until the chicken is fall apart tender. That'll take about 4 to 6 hours on high or 6 to 8 hours on low. The internal temperature of the chicken should be above 150. Once you place your finished chicken and vegetables on a plate, you can garnish with fresh parsley. If you want to make the chicken even more flavorful, combine all of the ingredients for the marinade and place in a Ziploc bag with the 4 skinless and boneless chicken breasts. You can let this marinate overnight and then place the chicken and the marinade over the layer of vegetables on the slow cooker. Marinate overnight, and then you can place the chicken and the marinade over your layer of Brussels sprouts and red potatoes. And there you have it. 2 easy meals that you can make at the beginning of the day and then come home to a perfectly cooked meal. You can always customize these dishes by changing the vegetables to suit your preferences or by whatever vegetables are in season. These recipes are also great because it will reduce the amount of dishes that you have at the end of the night. If you want to try these recipes yourself, the links to these recipes are in the description box below. Thank you for joining me.